Hey guys, welcome back to Confusing Bits. I'm Corey, and today we're going to talk about The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Too long didn't read, too long didn't watch. It's a fantastic book. It's more of a children's book, really. But if you never read Jack London, it's a really good one. It's really weird. It's from the perspective of a dog, and it's going to have all the trappings of the dog. So the dog is not like completely anthropomorphized or whatever, so it's great. It's fantastic, but it's like classic. To me, it's like classic Jack London. I used to read, so yeah, that's your too long didn't read. I used to read, so this is technically a reread for me. I think I read everything by Jack London when I was like in middle school or something like that. I just ate everything up. I think it was Call of the Wild that I read. I know that I read Seawolf, and then is it White Wolf or something? I think I read like 4 or 5 books from Jack London, which I think is what his entire catalog. I think, I'm not sure, but it was all the ones that was in the library. I read all the books from Jack London in the library, and this was one of them. I didn't remember this book that it was from the perspective of the dog. I think one that I remember is the one with the boy and he's trying to befriend a wolf, and I think that's White Wolf or whatever the name of that book was. About the book itself, this is S&B, whatever that means. I got this off Amazon. I've been doing the classics, Simon and Brown, 3rd edition. I've been trying to get different editions of classics and everything. This is nice and all. I might see if they have the rest of Jack London's in this format. If not, I may just get a collection of Jack London's, because I definitely want to read that. This is the Everyman's Library. I might get it in this version if they have the Collected Works version. But, anyway, I got some care. I've been trying different versions because I don't know which ones I want to collect, right? And sorry for the audio, but this is a very directional mic. So anyway, yeah. So this is Call of the Wild. I don't have a blurb or anything. Let's just do a little bit of a reading just to give you a little taste. This is great. Old longings nomadically, chafing a customs chain. A grin from its brumal sleep awakens the feral strain. Buck did not read the newspapers, or he would have known that trouble was brewing, not alone for himself, but for every Tidewater dog, strong of muscle and with warm, long hair from Puget Sound to San Diego, because men groping in the Arctic darkness had found a yellow metal, and because the steamship and transportation companies were booming the find, thousands of men were rushing into the Northland. These men wanted dogs, and the dogs they wanted were heavy dogs, with strong muscles by which to toil and furry coats to protect them from the frost. It's just such an easy read. I've always loved these natural settings, especially when I was young. I lived in the woods when I was a kid, like always in the woods, and so obviously I just latched on to Jack London, like crazy when I was a kid. So yeah, this is a fantastic book. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to fill out like 10 minutes on this book. It's a tiny little book. It's talking about its adventure. Buck is the name of the dog. He's the primary antagonist. He gets sold away to whatever, like the mail carriers or something or other, and they carry they get sold to like a dog shipping or whatever. He gets shipped up to Alaska, and then Alaska becomes like a mail carrier, starts carrying mail on the dog trains or whatever, the sleds. There's a word for it. It's escaping me right now, but the dog sleds, carrying mail on the dog sleds up in Alaska, and then there were some gold rush miners that picked him up after delivering the mail for a while or something, and then finally he ends up with a a master, and then he escapes his master and goes into the buck wild, and he gets into the he goes into the wild and becomes a wild feral animal. So it's great. It's just a fantastic a short little story that is just a delight. I really like the Alice in Wonderland. Just a delightful little story. This is great for kids, especially young boys, little young rambunctious boys, and they're looking for, you want to get them to reading something a little more substantial. This is a great book. It's really gonna appeal to. I say boys because I'm the traditional. All my sisters, they did the girly stuff. I did all the boy stuff. I know things are different nowadays, but that's just. I'm just being general or whatever. But anyway, it's a fantastic book. I do highly recommend it, and it's The Call of Wild by Jack London. I said that like we were wrapping up, but I got to do the next one, which is Stephen King on writing. This is a very famous book, a memoir of the craft. So this is kind of a biography / tutorial / it's a famous book. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.